The life-saving pill introduction. Medicine is a fundamental necessity for sustaining human life and safeguarding health. In every society, the availability of standard and reliable medicines is considered a sign of a strong healthcare system, and Afghanistan is no exception. This documentary explores key aspects of Afghanistan's pharmaceutical system. The public's healthcare needs, domestic production capacity, drug smuggling, regulatory and monitoring mechanisms, and the opportunities that can further strengthen this sector. The country's existing capabilities, professional workforce, and accumulated experience make it possible for Afghanistan to move towards self-sufficiency in pharmaceuticals and take steps toward quality, trust, and sustainable healthcare. This documentary presents a picture of awareness, coordination, and reform so that medicines remain trustworthy and health remains a secure foundation in every Afghan's life. The documentary on medicines. With the return to power of the Islamic Emirate, drug smuggling has been curbed across Afghanistan. In the past year alone, medicines and medical products worth 9 billion Afghanis have been legally imported into the country.
The exact number is not clearly known, because in the past a large quantity of medicines used to be imported through smuggling. However, last year 52,400 types of medicines, and 5,500 types of health products, worth 9 billion Afghanis, were legally imported into Afghanistan.
Unlike before, medicines are no longer imported without scrutiny. Specialized technical teams now evaluate the quality and standards of medicines before granting import permission.
Any medicines that do not meet required standards are evaluated by our technical staff. They examine all items based on specific references and sources. In the certificates, they clearly state the reasons for rejection. For example, based on page numbers, primary packaging, secondary packaging, or deficiencies in active pharmaceutical ingredients, API, if the required quantity is not met. In addition, physical and chemical tests are conducted by our technical experts. After completing these tests, they provide a written technical opinion stating that, based on specific deficiencies, the medicine cannot be approved because it does not meet the required standards.
Afghanistan possesses advanced machinery to test the quality and standards of medicines. If imported medicines fail to meet the required standards in these advanced laboratories, they are rejected and prevented from entering the market.
Medicines that do not comply with standards are not allowed to enter the market, as they do not meet international standards. We conduct all tests according to international standards. Specifically, we follow the United States Pharmacopoeia, USP, as a reference for analytical testing and evaluation. Any medicine that fails to comply with these standards is not permitted for market distribution.
Monitoring teams are now active at all customs points across Afghanistan. When medicines are imported, samples are sent to the central laboratory. Only after laboratory evaluation and confirmation of standards are they allowed into the market. Otherwise, they are rejected.
Alhamdulillah, all customs offices in Afghanistan are now under the authority of the Islamic Emirate. When medicines arrive at customs, a representative from the Food and Drug Deputy Ministry is present, and procedures are implemented accordingly. Samples are taken and sent to the central laboratory for quality control and inspection. If the medicines fail to meet quality standards, a negative assessment is issued, the shipment is destroyed or rejected, and it is not allowed to enter the market.
Pakistani medicines were previously restricted from entering Afghanistan because low-quality and counterfeit drugs were being produced illegally across the border, causing harm rather than benefit to patients. There were also ongoing violations related to price control. We are here in the Ministry of Public Health's hangar, the directorate that is responsible for controlling the quality of medicines.
The decision to prevent Pakistani medicines from entering Afghanistan was largely due to quality concerns and the issue of smuggling. In areas near the border, low-quality and counterfeit medicines were being produced and then brought into Afghanistan. Another issue was pricing. Repeatedly, it was requested that prices be listed in Afghanis, but often the prices displayed were not the actual or fair prices. Therefore, both quality and pricing were major concerns. Some imported medicines were not only ineffective but even harmful. In certain cases, harmful substances or unsafe materials were found in products, posing serious risks to public health. The leadership's decision was made in consideration of the people's welfare and these ongoing concerns.
For 3 months, pharmaceutical trade with Pakistan has been suspended and there are currently no signs of its resumption.
Currently, there is no pharmaceutical trade with Pakistan. For the past 3 months, there has been no supply, and there is no clear indication yet whether trade will resume or remain suspended. For now, it remains halted.
Afghanistan now has alternative routes to import medicines from other countries instead of Pakistan routes that reduce the inflow of low-quality medicines and materials.
Since pharmaceutical trade with Pakistan has been decisively stopped, Afghanistan has turned to alternative sources. A significant number of medicines are now imported from Iran, India, China, Uzbekistan, Bangladesh, and Russia. Alhamdulillah, there is no shortage of medicines in the Afghan market. In general, there has been no overall shortage of medicines, only a shortage of Pakistani brands, for which alternatives are available. Afghanistan now imports medicines from Bangladesh, India, Iran, Belarus, China, Malaysia, and Turkey. Therefore, we have not faced a general medicine shortage, while certain brand name products may not always be available for those familiar with specific packaging. Equivalent medicines with the same formula and therapeutic effect are present in the market. Overall, no major problems have arisen.
A delegation from the Ministry of Public Health traveled to India with significant achievements. Meetings with various institutions resulted in commitments that India will export to Afghanistan the same medicines used by Indian citizens.
The visit to India was largely positive. Meetings were held with officials from pharmaceutical associations, production companies, and the Central Export Authority known as Pharmexil. Commitments were made that Afghanistan would receive the same medicines used by Indian citizens. Additionally, medicines needed by the Afghan population would be exported at lower prices compared to previous rates, making them more affordable for Afghanistan.
A law to prevent drug smuggling has been endorsed by the leader of the Islamic Emirate, and the Ministry of Public Health has taken extensive actions in this regard.
The issue of smuggled medicines from Pakistan has largely been addressed, and smuggling has been significantly reduced. To prevent further smuggling, His Excellency the Amir al-Mu'minin, may Allah protect him, endorsed a law aimed at preventing the smuggling of food and medicines. Interministerial committees have taken various measures in this regard. The effort continues to ensure that smuggled medicines, whether from Pakistan or other countries, are prevented from entering Afghanistan. To a great extent, this issue has now been resolved.
Companies found importing medicines illegally will have their licenses revoked. The endorsed law clearly defines the responsibilities of each ministry in preventing drug smuggling.
One of the strengths of this law is that it clearly defines the responsibilities of each institution. The duties of the Ministry of Public Health are specified, as are those of the Ministry of Interior and the Ministry of Defense. Significant efforts are being made to prevent smuggling. If a wholesaler, company owner, or trader imports smuggled medicines into Afghanistan, specific punitive penalties are imposed. A company involved in smuggling may have its license revoked. Initially, the company can be closed for 2 months. If the violation is repeated, the punishment is approximately doubled. All medicines that are smuggled into Afghanistan are subject to a committee decision that they must be destroyed. Unlike in the past, when smuggled medicines might have been released due to connections or other issues, now, once smuggled medicines are seized, a firm decision is made for their complete destruction.
Now is the time and opportunity for domestic production. Currently, more than 130 domestic factories produce over 600 types of medicines, meeting 20% of market demand.
One of the most positive developments is the focus on strengthening domestic production. Currently, Afghanistan produces more than 600 types of medicines locally and has 130 production factories. A very significant recent achievement is the establishment of Afghanistan's first pharmaceutical industrial park. It is being developed in Mir Bacha Khat district of Kabul, on more than 1,100 jaribs of land designated specifically for building pharmaceutical production factories. Considerable work has been done in various areas to strengthen domestic production. Additionally, traders who import medicines from other countries have been provided with necessary facilities and support. At present, approximately 20% of the market's needs are met through domestic production. In the near future, inshallah, this figure is expected to increase to 25 or 26%, further reducing dependency on imports.
Previously, around 54 production facilities were active. Now that number has reached 122. 4 production facilities have received GMP, Good Manufacturing Practice, certification.
Previously, Afghanistan had 54 domestic production facilities. Now, alhamdulillah, that number has increased to 122 production facilities. Out of these 122 facilities, 4 have been granted GMP, Good Manufacturing Practice, certification. In the future, other companies that meet GMP standards will also receive certification. Currently, a total of 650 types of medicines produced domestically are being supplied to the market.
20 years of occupation severely damaged domestic production. However, the Islamic Emirate is working diligently to rebuild this sector and permanently free the country from dependence on foreign sources.
It should be made clear to the public that the occupation not only took away Afghanistan's material resources but also weakened its moral and industrial foundations. There was a sustained effort to keep Afghanistan dependent on other countries, and the industrial sector was left paralyzed. To revive this sector, efforts are underway to ensure that factories operating in Afghanistan meet internationally accepted standards and gain global recognition. The 4 GMP certificates recently awarded were granted on this basis. Afghanistan must also pursue exports to other countries. Furthermore, consultants have been appointed for existing and newly established factories to help them meet international standards, so that the public can be confident in the quality of domestically produced medicines.
Every domestic pharmaceutical factory in Afghanistan has its own laboratory where medicine quality is regularly evaluated to ensure compliance with international standards. Advisors from the Ministry of Public Health have also been appointed to strengthen this process.
Existing domestic production factories in Afghanistan have their own internal laboratories that operate according to international standards. They first conduct their own required tests. Once the medicines are finalized, official representatives conduct sample collection and send them to the Food, Drug, and Health Products Quality Control Laboratory. There, technical experts carry out further testing. These tests are conducted in accordance with recognized pharmacopoeias, including USP, BP, British Pharmacopoeia, and other international standards. Only after quality confirmation are the medicines approved for distribution in the market. Alhamdulillah, just yesterday we had a meeting where the Minister of Public Health was asked how much confidence he has in the quality of domestically produced medicines. He replied that they themselves use these medicines at home to a large extent. The leadership of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan also uses domestic products extensively. In terms of quality, Alhamdulillah, we do not face any problems. For newly established factories, efforts are being made to enhance their capacity and support them in implementing standards. standards. Special consultants have been appointed to assist them in applying quality and production standards effectively.
All production factories in the country are built according to international GMP standards, preventing the production and distribution of low-quality medicines.
All domestic pharmaceutical factories are built according to international standards, including GMP or Good Manufacturing Practice. When they procure raw materials, these are supplied based on proper documentation and forms. The Food and Drug Quality Control Directorate tests the raw materials to verify their quality. During the production process, we conduct supervision and monitoring. If production complies with international standards, permission is granted to distribute the medicines in the market. After distribution, the Food and Drug Inspection Directorate continues to monitor medicines in the market.
Special teams have been assigned to control prices, conducting daily inspections of pharmacies and wholesalers in Kabul. In Kabul alone, up to 150 pharmacies have been closed due to overpricing.
Special teams have been assigned to control the prices of domestic medicines. On a daily basis, they inspect wholesalers and pharmacies in Kabul. Recently, around 150 pharmacies in Kabul alone have been sealed and closed due to overpricing. This shows that pharmacies and wholesalers are not left unchecked. We are working through various mechanisms to prevent unjustified price increases.
The Ministry of Public Health has organized weekly, monthly, and annual plans to regulate medicine prices. Any pharmacy violating the set price will be sealed or closed for 1 week.
We have organized annual, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily plans for price control. Our teams regularly visit markets. If pharmacies sell medicines at higher than approved prices, they are sealed for 1 week according to the established procedures. With each repeated violation, an additional week of closure is imposed.
In the past, road closures caused medicine prices to rise. Now, due to strict monitoring, prices remain stable and companies are required to supply medicines at fixed rates.
We have told companies before and repeat it now, medicines that are currently in stock were imported earlier and remain available in company warehouses. They can continue distributing them to the public as before. We strongly request all companies, pharmacies, and wholesalers to sell medicines at the same previous rates and to avoid raising prices unnecessarily.
Previously, the exploitation by some traders and companies burdened poor citizens. Such illegal practices have now been stopped.
The medicines currently in the market are previously imported stock. There has been no special change affecting traders that would justify price increases. Retailers should not misuse the situation or claim that companies have increased prices. We urge them to continue serving the public as they did before.
According to a cabinet decision of the Islamic Emirate, a procedure has been developed to stabilize medicine prices, requiring that the fixed price be printed on each medicine package.
Recently, the cabinet approved a decision regarding imported medicines. Medicines are imported into Afghanistan by licensed companies and wholesalers who have permission to import medicines into Afghanistan. A new procedure has been developed and submitted to the leadership, requiring that every box and package of medicines imported into Afghanistan have the price clearly printed in Afghanis. Alhamdulillah, this is a positive step in Afghanistan. For the first time, all imported medicines will have fixed prices printed in Afghan currency based on their purchase invoices from exporting countries. This will prevent arbitrary pricing.
In the past, some traders sold a single container of medicines for multiple times its cost, leading to uncontrolled prices. This practice has now been curbed.
Traders have attempted to compensate for supply gaps by increasing imports from India. For example, if previously 1 container was imported, they have now tried to import 2 or 3 containers to meet demand.
For the first time, Afghanistan has successfully exported domestically produced serum to foreign countries in accordance with high standards, an achievement of national pride for local production.
Afghanistan's domestically produced intravenous serums have been exported abroad. Fortunately, these exports have been made to Iraq, a country that accepts very high standards. We were able to produce Afghan-made serums according to international standards and export them successfully. Fortunately, they have been accepted by Iraq, and soon, inshallah, exports will begin to Syria and Yemen.
Monitoring teams quarantine medicines suspected of being substandard, send samples to laboratories, and based on the results either authorize their sale or destroy them.
In many places, if medicines appear suspicious, we take samples and quarantine the stock at the pharmacy, instructing them not to sell it. The samples are sent to the laboratory for testing. If the results are positive, meeting standards, the pharmacy is allowed to resume sales. If the results are negative, the medicines are collected and removed.
The Ministry of Public Health is working to register all pharmacies across Afghanistan, including those in rural areas, through an online system.
The objective of the nationwide pharmacy re-registration project is to digitally and online register every pharmacy across Afghanistan's 34 provinces, including remote rural areas. This will enable the Food and Drug Deputy Ministry to determine how many official and unofficial pharmacies exist throughout the country. All pharmacies, even those in distant villages, will be registered so that we have accurate nationwide data.
The Food and Drug Directorate receives public complaints and takes timely action regarding medicine sales and pricing.
In cases of overpricing or other violations, the Food and Drug Deputy Ministry has a complaints directorate dedicated to hearing citizens' concerns. They have a designated contact number and are available to receive and address public complaints.
Health is the greatest asset of any society, and medicine is the primary means of protecting that asset when the pharmaceutical system is based on standards, regulation, and trust. The public gains confidence and the future is safeguarded. Afghanistan has the capacity to rely on its own resources in the pharmaceutical sector, expand domestic production, strengthen quality monitoring, and uphold public health as a shared responsibility.